It's a story we've been following closely in recent weeks here on City News. Crews moved in with bulldozers and dump trucks back on June 2nd, clearing out a makeshift tent city that had been set up under the Gardiner. Less than 3 weeks later, our cameras returned to the same spot near Spadina and Lakeshore to find that people are living under the expressway once again. Yes, it did not take long for people to return here. Now, of the thousands of homeless on the streets of Toronto, the estimate was about a dozen had been living here under the Gardiner. Now, most of the tents are a couple of hundred meters behind me, but it does look like about that number is back here, living here again. Now, for those who live or have lived on the streets, they say bulldozing people's homes, no matter how makeshift they may be, is not the solution.
It's not going to get better if they just keep trampling our stuff and throwing it in the garbage.
Barbara Taylor was homeless for more than 10 years. She now has an apartment, but she says it's really rough and infected with bed bugs. She has stayed in the encampment under the Gardiner and understands the appeal of it.
We all become family out here. We all stick up for one another, or at least I know I do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we squabble back and forth as well. But that's natural, right? But yeah, I find that the people out here, they get along a lot better. So you don't have to worry about bed bugs. You control your own place.
Kira Heineck runs the Toronto Alliance to End Homelessness. She says on any given night in Toronto, there are 5,000 homeless people, and about 500 of them are on the street. She says it's no surprise that the tent city is back in action, and while some say people choose to be here instead of a shelter, she questions the use of the word choice.
I think choice in this context is a difficult concept to really define. What are the choices when the shelter program doesn't have room for you? Family shelters are 100% full right now. What if the shelter system is a place that is not safe for you?
Have you been down there? No, it's not a safe place to sleep at all. And there are better choices.
The city has outreach workers who come every day to try to get all homeless people off the streets, including from under the Gardiner. Pat Anderson says Toronto has added 600 beds to the shelter system this year alone, bringing the total to 5,200. And more will be added next year. But the system is still operating at 95 to 98% capacity.
It seems right now, anyway, as quickly as we can make new beds available, they are being used. So longer term, we're going to have to look at perhaps expanding the system even further, although the real problem, of course, is affordable housing.
Everyone agrees affordable housing is key, but insiders say it has to be deeply affordable and have the appropriate supports. Now, the city does have a plan to build 15 new shelters in the coming years. In fact, just last night, Executive Committee approved a new 50-bed facility to be built on Runnymede, with the idea that development will be fast-tracked, but that still needs City Council approval.